Hello everybody, welcome back. It is JudiciousFire, and I am here with HBM AL and HBM AM. These are the two new HBMs that have been released in the new update. It just hit iOS a few hours ago. The times that we're seeing will even out. My time's just an early time. Think of this like Archdemon in the first hour, okay? In 6 hours from now, I'm going to be in rank 12. I'm going to do a little video letting us know different ways to beat AL, AM, giving my thoughts on the game mode, show you the team I'm using, which has been extremely successful. Just started, and it's already at 19 seconds on AM. Let's jump into the heroes. I made it simple, put it on the display screen. Alright, let me move me a little bit. I'm going to move me over here. Alright, in the corner. I'll kind of subjugate myself to the edge. What we've got right now is the following team. It was my Guild Wars defense team from yesterday, from Guild Wars Day. I didn't make any special team. I didn't make any special base. I wouldn't even use these heroes in an HBM scenario. But this is what I'm using. So I've got Dynamica set up in the following way. I've got Lady Weldcore. I've got Cold Air. I've got our buddy Axe Punisher. But Axe Punisher, and I got to do an Axe Punisher video, I set him up in such a way, and also with his hero traits, that he does tens of millions in damage and critical damage. So he's a base destroyer and a hero killer now, the way I got him set up. An extra boost in attack from Michael with an auto proc effect because I want it always going, and extra energy from Athene so I don't have to use Empower for the auto proc on all the other heroes except for Mike, who I always want operating. And I keep those two, Mike and Athene, in the center. Back to the base. I'm not running it with troops. I'm just not taking the time. Maybe it's less for the heroes for the bad guys to chew on. I kind of always felt that way about HBM. I'll run AL. You can see the four main hero killers out on the edges. It's just my normal base, not HBM base, nothing special, nothing. I've got Mike and Athene, the buffers, in the center. Let's run AL and see what we can do. See what kind of times we get. And the times are going to vary each time I run it, depending on where the bad guys spawn, who they attack. I've got a couple of those zero-in insignias on heroes, and that cancels damage caps, and we're fighting a variety of damage-capped heroes. Those zero-in insignias work on a percentage basis to operate. So if it operates first strike from Cold Air, bye-bye Zephyrica, bye-bye Dynamica. We're fighting Dynamicas in some of these stages. If it doesn't, it's going to take 8 seconds or 9 seconds to defeat the stage. So we're already up at AL4. You see buildings aren't having a problem. That was 1 second time. And now come to AL5. What we got? Cold Air took out most everybody. Dynamica took out the rest. Did it in 4 seconds there. We did AL. Let's run AM. Not making any changes. I'm going to provide some commentary. I will provide some commentary. I'll try to be brief with it after this video, or after this run, giving my personal opinion. This is just the facts, okay? It's just what happens when we press the button. I'll give you my personal opinion on AL and AM in just a few minutes. See how we do. I don't know the top time on Android. Android, I think, has had the update for at least a day. Like I said, this is fresh on iOS. But, it's probably in that 15-second time range. That time I took it from Axe Punisher. I think I have around 19 seconds right now. We run AM, but I'm going to run it at 2 times speed, so this isn't a terrible labor. We see our buffs from Mike. We see our buffs from Athene. Athene is just giving us energy and an attack speed boost. That is global. Mike is giving us an attack speed boost. That is global. Lost a couple of heroes on that one. Lost that one again. Third time's a charm. We'll run it 4 times speed and we'll get her done. Okay, 4 seconds on that first one. about 8 seconds, which times out to be like the damage cap length of Levanica. You can get much better times if that 0 in happens to work. And we got it on this one with no problems. Okay, so victory, where are we at time? Still 19 seconds. Mitras coming up. Mitras, by the time I wake up tomorrow morning, Mitras will have 7 seconds. Okay, my personal opinion on, let me start with AJ. All right, just a quick story time here in Castle Clash. HBM AJ. I found that to be a very challenging Here Be Monsters when it was released. And it took me weeks and weeks of discussion with other players, of strategizing with other players, receiving tips, keeping my ears out in the community. What are you doing? What's working? That was a riddle to be solved. AK. I found it to be equally challenging to AJ. Certainly a little bit harder in comparison now, but our hero development wasn't quite what it is right now. We had fewer systems on our heroes, fewer upgrades when AK came out. I thought it was a great challenge. I thought it was a mystery that had to be solved. Then it became fast times on AK. And in order to do that, you had to run certain heroes, certain times, certain ways. And that was great fun. AL and AM. The moment I opened up the app, I haven't rolled for any heroes. I haven't done anything in the game other than I pressed start on AL. I thought, why not? Why make a video? There's no way I'm going to... 20 seconds later, I beat it. AM, same thing. I find AL and AM to not reach the challenge level that I was looking for. I don't mean that in any kind of bad way like I'm good. No, I mean by just pressing the button with my Guild Wars team, it was over like that. As you can see, within an hour of our update being released, we've got all these players who have already beaten AM level 5. That did not happen with AJ. It took time till people got up to AJ, completion of AJ 5, and completion of AK 5. So AL and AM went super quick. You saw the team that I'm running. You don't need you don't need troops. You don't need any kind of a special base design. I would, though, keep in mind that this particular base design does spread out the buildings, at least to some degree. I would absolutely do that no matter what your base design, whether it be for Guild Wars or for HBM. Spread out your buildings and try to fill up the 40 by 40 board as best as you can. When those Axe Punisher procs comes down, it only takes out 2 buildings rather than 4 when you have them spread out to a certain degree. So certainly better base designs than this, but it gets the job done. I think that auto-proc heroes are the key to this, and auto-proc heroes are very abundant in this game. We have maybe 30 auto-proc heroes at our advantage, and maybe 5 or 6 of them are epic heroes, and you could use those. And I think that you could do it with almost any auto-proc hero. I'll wrap it up with this. If you've got a Levanica, although not auto-proc, you could certainly set Levanica in one corner. One corner's done. Other corner, you put a Dove in there. No problem. Other corner, you put an auto-proc Zeph, so maybe like a Zeph with an Empower. He's taking pretty much everybody out. Put a Ripper in there, an Anubis, a Rambard, a Walla in the center. You see that this team doesn't even have a healer. Okay, I just went straight attack, so I could obliterate everybody the moment they came out on the board. So a lot of different ways to do it. Look at auto-proc heroes, space out your board, use Empower for the auto-proc, or use an Athene if you want to get extra damage because she'll provide the Empower auto-proc effect for our heroes. Best of luck in AL and AM. Best of luck with the new update. I got several videos coming our way on the new hero. I'm going to roll for the new hero soon. And look at some of the other aspects of the update. Hope the update's treating you well. Hope you're enjoying your clashing. I'll check you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.